got here? I've been at Brad's house with my sisters. Welcome, welcome.
Sabbath morning.
Okay, while waiting for people to come on, we're going to do our conversation jar. Let's see what we chose. All righty. How to be positive in a negative world.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Well, how to be positive in a negative world, you have to look for things that are positive. You have to look.
Okay, got one like and one.
There
and
we go.
Two
You
people.
got a big finger.
And Jules.
Jules, hi. Yay, we're a little late today. I was with my sisters at Brad's house, helping him do his chores.
He's the one with the prosthetic.
Yeah, prosthetic. Yeah. Hi, Allison. Hi, Pineapple. Love that. We're going to talk about how to be positive in a negative world. That sounds like a battery charger. Positive and negative. You have to have the positive. What was that about taking photos? You know, when they used to have the negatives, you have to have the negative
to get the positive.
To get the positive. Yeah. Huh. And that's how you get the whole picture of things.
Does anybody remember seeing the negative and you take it to the
how many actually remember the seeing a negative
to make it into a picture?
To make it into a picture, and
got eight people.
So good, yeah. How to be positive in a negative world, and it is negative. But if we didn't have the negative, we wouldn't know about the positive. So there needs to be opposition in all things. Hi, Grateful MC. Glad you could join us. We're a little late today. But that's okay, that rhymes. Oh dear. Yeah, me and my sisters went over to visit my brother Brad, and we helped him do his chores. He rides the rider lawnmower and was out there feeding hay and stuff. Okay, Aunt Jules. Oh, I'm negative the last 24 hours. My bank account was hacked, and let's see, and they stole $2,000. I think your bank will refund that. It should anyway. But boy, that's hard. How do you find the positive to that? And you think,
if they don't refund it, you need to go to a bigger name bank, because all the big banks.
Yeah, I had somebody steal. Oh, how much for a Bose radio? And the bank refunded that.
It was several $1,000s.
A couple of thousand, yeah. And I said, I don't know how they got my account, but in California, and they bought a Bose radio in my name, under my name. I says, that wasn't me. And so the bank refunded my money. What are you looking at?
I'm playing on my phone.
Well, get off your phone and pay attention here. We need to be positive.
I know, but I knew all that.
Grateful MC. Oh, no, Aunt Jules, I hope the bank will work with you. Yeah, I hope the bank will get your money back. And I haven't spent the day pressing fraud. Oh, we spent the day pressing fraud charges. Yeah, they got into my sister. My sister Kathy lives in Idaho. And somebody charged, what was it, $150,000 on their farm. And they said they had like a bunch of workers. And they said, no, but they didn't have to pay the money. The bank that gave them the loan, they have to deal with it. Hi, Teresa. Hi, I'm late, but what's the topic? And we're late, too. The topic is how to stay positive in a negative world. And we were talking about how batteries have the positive and the negative, and that's how they charge up. That's how they work and keep the flashlight shining. And Teresa, hi, says nice, yeah. And if we didn't have the negative, we wouldn't appreciate the positive.
Sometimes in a friendship or in a marriage, one's a positive one, one's a negative one.
Yeah, Aunt Jules, mine was mostly spent in Australia. I think that's what she said. In Australia, yeah. Boy, it's tough. It's tough to be positive, but like my theme is look for the rose. When there was a flood and the mom was looking down at the dirt, and the little girl said, tried to get the mom to lift her chin up and says, Mom, you're going to miss the roses. And so, and there's also something, let's see, I was looking for a penny. But if you take this and hold it close, let's see, where's our camera? Hold it close to here, this is all you can see. Like this could be your problem to be the negative, and it's still there, and I take it back, and I take it, it's still there. It's still there. You just pull it away. Don't think about it constantly, and it's still there. But look at what else you can see. You can see so much more. You can still see this, but this isn't your focus. This isn't your the thing you're looking at constantly. That's not the negative things you're looking at. And it's all the negative's always going to be there, but you just pull it back and open your picture up more, open the scene up more, and then you can see so much more. Like, look what we can see. We can see a picture of a farm back there, my dad's thing back there, my sewing I'm working on, and you can see so much more. You can see Jesus over there in the corner.
How about Joe?
And you can see Joe here. And there's so much more you can see. And you can't make the negative go away. You don't want it to go away because then you won't notice the positive. What do you guys say about that? What do you say? What helps you get? Because the negative will always be there and the positive will always be there. And what will you focus on? What's going to be what you're looking at? Are you going to lift your chin up and say, oh, I don't want to miss the roses?
Okay, here's my view on it. Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
You buttoning it?
Uh-huh.
Random thoughts coming to your mind. If you're having a bad day, more random negative thoughts coming to your mind.
They feed off each other.
But it's not the random thoughts that decide how long you think about them. It's you.
Yeah.
So if you keep feeding them and keep discussing them with everybody else, so you know what.
Yeah, like the grandpa that was telling the little boy about the two wolves, and one was mean and one was nice, and the little boy says, well, Grandpa, which wolf's going to survive? Is it the mean one or the nice one? And say, well, it's the one I feed.
That's good.
The one I feed is the one that will survive.
That's very good.
Yeah, and so that's how you do. Are you going to feed the negative or are you going to feed the positive? Aunt Jules, Aunt mostly in Australia, grateful. I struggle with seeing the positive, but my therapist helps me with it. Oh, good. Your therapist helps you. It is hard to see the positive because it's just, you just feel like it's in your face constantly and you think, no, I'm going to pull back and start looking around and see what else I can see.
Another thing that just occurred to my mind is distract yourself with something else. Because if you all of a sudden hear a nice song,
I was going to say music. Our friend Kyle Shumway, he was in a plane accident like 10 years ago, and he had to swim to shore in freezing cold water, and he kept thinking, I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to make it. And he said what helped him was a song. He kept thinking this song over and over. Whenever I feel the wind on my face or walk through a lilac rose, whenever I die. He said he just sang that over and over and over. And he said he feels that helped him survive.
Yeah, but
and when you feel like you're drowning.
I wouldn't know the words to sing.
Well, you could hum it. Da, 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 da. And so music helps a lot. When I feel like I'm drowning in darkness or sorrow, think of a song. Say, Jesus said, love everyone, treat them kindly too. Find songs that have Jesus in it. Helps me. Okay. Grateful. Yes, I've learned the Shumway story. Did you hear it? Wasn't that amazing? Pretty incredible. The mic sells too. Yeah, and Davey says Gentry's walking now. Well, he was able to get up and walk at the doctor's today. The mic cells, the ones that were in a plane wreck. And you have to, a bird can land on your head, but don't let it make a nest.
Or poop on you.
Or poop on you. It can land there, but shoo it off, shoo it. And don't let it make a nest and build its home. And you think, so that's what you have to do with the negative. And I think don't allow it to build a home. Like the news is very negative right now. Turn it off. Turn off the news. Turn it on once a week. They're saying the same thing. Once a week, turn it on if you must know, if you want to be informed. Or horrible news. What if there's horrible news with your family? What if there's horrible news with you, with your health or something? You still have to back away and say, I can't remember who it was, talking about your gratitude book. Every day, write something down about your gratitude. We can all
I was
write down.
going to say, if you're focusing on the bad, find somebody worse off than you, a lot
Yes.
worse off than you,
Yeah, like,
and maybe
yeah.
tell them or notify them that you're thankful for them.
Like somebody said once, "Are you poor?" And you go, "I don't know. It depends on who you're comparing yourself to. I'm poor if I compare myself to a millionaire. I'm rich if I compare myself to a homeless. Who are you comparing
No,
yourself
weren't
to?"
you the one that said?
Hi, Helen.
Weren't you the one that said I didn't realize I was poor
Till somebody told me, yeah.
till somebody
Till
told me?
somebody told. Great. Hi, Helen. No, you haven't missed much. We're just talking about how to stay positive in the negative world. Grateful MC, I find it helps me feel better to help someone else. Yeah, perfect. Find someone else that needs help. You think, boy, I'm glad I don't have their troubles. And that we all have a cross to bear. And we think, oh, let's switch crosses to bear. And you think, oh, I'll take mine back.
Don't
Yeah,
volunteer
I'll say,
for that.
I'll take my cross because I know how to deal with it. Um, and it is hard to be positive in a negative world, but it's up to you. Nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to. I remember listening to the guys that were in these prison camps and tortured and everything, and the way they survived, they said they can't control my mind. They can control what I eat, what I do each day and everything, but they can't control my thoughts. That's all mine. And that's how I survived. I thought of my family. And Kyle Shumway, he said he thought of his wife because his kids weren't born yet. And that what's going on up here? What's going on in your mind? Are you thinking, oh, it's so horrible? Have you made the darkness seep into here, or have you controlled it? Helen, okay, yes, very good. There are always people worse off, yes. And I think Davey saying find the good in everything, yes, is a very good way to think of it. Yeah, find good in everything. Like God, He says there needs to be opposition. It not should or must. It's a need. There needs to be opposition. Even when you every time you step on the floor, there's still a force pushing you off that's making you walk. There's a force. Hi, Kathy Conley. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad we were wondering who would show up this late in the game. You know, usually we come on at 5, but Papa O, he says, oh, I don't know if we'll get anybody this late, but I'm glad we are. Yeah, so everything that we do has an opposite force. Oh, how come that stopped? Has an opposite force. Oh, it wasn't quite plugged in. That is, does it look like it's charging now? Our phone was saying it wasn't charging. Okay, there we go. And so if you say, I want to take away the negative, that's like saying take away the negative in a battery. It won't work. Helen Gay, we are awake as our puppy woke us up. Oh, there you go. Nice puppy. Good puppy. Woke him up during the night to go potty, I suppose, huh? And so even when you're just sitting or just when you're sitting in a chair, that chair is holding you up. That's pushing against you. You could say that's the negative when you go to sit down. But everything has a negative and a positive, and that's the charge that keeps you going. But like you can't take a battery and have 2 negatives. You can't even take a battery and have 2 positives. It won't work. They repel each other. The batteries repel each other. Grateful. One of my favorite YouTubers, Phillips, they're saying is choose your day. I like that. You can't control what others do, but you can choose how you react. So that is so true. You can't people that try and control others' lives have a very miserable life because they think nobody's doing what I tell them to do. Say there's nothing you can do about others, but boy, you can sure choose how you react. And especially nowadays with the election coming up and all the negative going on out there. Hi, Janet. Yeah, we just came on. We're late, so that's good, Janet, that you're with us, and I hope your counseling went well. And yeah, we're getting our bathroom remodeled. Jimmy Joe's coming into town, and don't leave God out of things, out of your life, because he will help you. Even God allows Satan to be our opposing force, and um, it because it makes us try harder. It makes us work harder. I remember when I first got into politics years ago, I thought, why can't we just all be one party? Just all be the same? And says, you have to have that opposite force. A good thing I did not miss this, says Janet. And she says, amen. You have to have the opposing opposite force to make things work. Helen, oh, sweet Charlotte looks so sweet on her birthday. I know. Wasn't she cute? She's got those little curly locks, and Papa's falling asleep here. He's only had a few hours sleep. Um, but the oh, Janet says hello. Does anybody else have any thoughts on how to be positive in a negative world? It helps. Actually helps us. Aunt Jules, how in the world does someone make it without our? I know. I don't know how they do either. How they can shut God out, and the angels that are there to help us. If we could open up that spirit world, we'd see armies of angels helping us, guiding us, trying to help us get through. And I'd say the majority of them are your ancestors, people that know you and care about you and love you, that have gone on before you or that are coming, that haven't been born yet, that are there to cheer us on and to help us with that opposing force. But we have to have that. We have to have that opposing force, or we just, well, like Adam and Eve, they didn't have that. They were just kind of in the Garden of Eden. They didn't know joy because they didn't know sorrow. Janet, we are having more restrictions, more cases. Yeah, we are too. We're not having more restrictions, but we're having more cases. But we will get through this. And when you find yourself sinking into the darkness of the negative, find something positive to do, balance out that charge, like in a battery. Um, to balance out that charge that's in you, sing a song, watch something positive on TV, stay away from the news, because I'm sure that's bringing you down. And don't get on Facebook or Instagram and start tearing each other down. That'll make you more negative. Aunt Jules, when I was so upset about my bank account last night, I just put on praise music and I just rested in thoughts. Oh, I love that. Thoughts of my Heavenly Father. God is on our side. I like that, Aunt Jules and Janet. Yeah, if you stay in the negative, in the darkness, then that's where you're going to be, in the darkness. You have to shine the light. Modern user, who are you voting for? Oh, we don't say. We don't bring politics in. That's just our because there's so much contention out there. People start judging you and hating on you, or they start choosing sides. So we don't talk politics at all on here. It's just between me and God. I don't even tell anybody. We don't tell anybody, not even each other, who we vote for, because there's too much negativity. You're absolutely right. Yeah, don't even tell your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your neighbors.
Or when you're having dinner with your family.
No, I'll keep that private.
When you have dinner with your family, don't discuss politics or religion.
Oh, keep it out. Grateful MC. Yes, Momma O. Aunt Jules, we are voting for the right person. There you go. I'm voting for the right person. Janet, my pastor says, CNN says controversy negative. Oh, they are. Stay away from the news. It's this big fight out there, and you think, you know what? You guys go fight. I'm going to stay in my world, and I will vote for who I think the right person is, and nobody needs to know. Just between me and God and the person I vote for. Helen, glad you don't bring politics in it. I don't discuss it. Yeah, because it's dividing families. It's breaking up marriages. It's causing a lot of trouble in homes. So you just think, no, it's private. That's my own business. Allison, good point. I have to learn less news and more peace. That's right. Go put on a beautiful hymn or some songs, or go read out of the scriptures. Go read something positive. Go find a cute movie on Angel, VidAngel or something, and or go write in your journal, your great gratitude journal. There's so much you can do. Some music.
Or try to chase your genealogy.
Yeah, do some genealogy. Find those
Write your own
ancestors.
life story.
Yeah, write a life story. Learn a language.
And you don't have to have done famous things to write a life story.
That's right. You don't have to be famous. Just what's your life? Start writing down ideas of when you were a kid.
I wrote my first life story when I was
you
12
were
years
12,
old.
yeah. He has his life story. And when Joe went on his bike ride, he wrote that down. Write down things. Write down what's happening today. Write down something negative and then something positive. What you did to get through these times, so that your kids can read. What did you do during COVID? What did you do during these negative elections? What did you do? Okay, Allison, good point. I have to learn less. More. Yeah. Janet, there are still lots of things to be thankful for. Yeah. Grateful to YouTube families like yours thank you. Lift my spirits when I'm down. Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. Yeah, you can feed off each other. Helen Gay, you're right. I want my mom to write hers. She has had an incredible life. Yeah, with my dad, I took a tape recorder and started recording. Hi, Teresa Cunningham. I'm glad you could make it. And Aunt Jules, amen. I don't tell anyone it's my business. It's your business. It is. My family is split, and that's okay. I just pray for guidance and I vote for the right person. LOL, but it's 2020. Who knows? Exactly. And talk to God and tell him how you feel and say, oh, God, please help me, Father. I'm feeling so negative today. What can I do? And the angels around you, they'll start buoying you up, start cheering you up. What book can I look into? What pictures can I draw? What are my gifts? What are my talents? What can I do to make the world a better place? Somebody mentioned earlier, go help somebody. Go help them clean up the leaves. Help them clean their
I will
house.
say
Help
that
them.
if you spend time with negative people, it will rub off onto
It will.
you.
Find somebody that's not negative, because some people feed off that. They feed off the negativity. That's how they get their attention. That's how they want people. Look at me because I'm being very negative. And boy, you see it on Facebook. Get off Facebook for a week. Allison, very true. Get off Instagram for a week. Get off Twitter. Go back to the old fashioned, sit around the campfire and sing some songs. Pineapple, yes, I've cut all ties with negative people. Yeah, see, they can bring you down so fast, and they don't even know they're negative. They think they're fine. Janet.
Or if you find a person that's taking the name of God in vain,
yeah, stay away
and
from
using
people.
bad words, that will make you negative, and you need to just smile and be nice and then walk away.
Yeah, just say, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm going to go sit over here and sing about Jesus. You go do your negativity. Janet, my mom does not tell anyone either, but she helps me to choose the right. My pastor prays for government every Sunday. Thank you, Janet. That's very good. Grateful MC. I talked to God today and asked him to help my very sick aunt. And about 30 minutes later, my aunt called with a bit of good news. Wow, she's stable for now. See, prayer is very powerful. Very good, Grateful. Janet, wow, I could not go off Facebook for a week. Amen. Well, you probably stay on the positive side of the Facebook. And Janet's always posting positive things. Helen Gay, I love the old videos that you have of Vimeo of your parents' farm. Oh, on Papa O's channel. Yeah, it's very touching. That empty swing, oh, the one Davey did, got me right at the heart, seeing all you children in the old tractor in the car. Oh, I love that video. It shows the empty swing. Oh, I know. It made me cry when I saw that. And Janet, I think you're okay on Facebook because you stay on the positive side of it. I do learn from my pastor, Leon. That's good. Your pastor sounds like he's very wise. And just know this. Don't expect or want the negative to go away, but just learn how to focus more. Teresa, what time is it where you are? It is 7:30. What time is it where you guys are? And those negative and positive charges in the magnets, in the batteries, in the air, everywhere, we need to have. Oh, 8:30 says Teresa, so you're an hour ahead of us. And Teresa, you say Teresa Cunningham, 61. Is that how old you are? And Allison, 10:30 in Nova Scotia. Do you have snow? We did last week. Teresa, it made me cry. I know it made me cry too, but it's a wonderful heritage to look how far your children all came and your children. Bet they were so proud of you all. Yes, they were. Um, and we had that farm, and we had to do our chores, but then it was fun to go play, and so that's all true. And Jana, I miss my pastor. I haven't seen him since March. Janet says it's 8:30 where she is. Icy out and snow. Yeah, we had 65 degrees today. Aunt Jules, I wish your kids would do another video about you both like they did a few years back. I know, wasn't that sweet? Do you remember that one? About us. I loved it so much when they were talking about you. Oh, when they were saying what they liked about me. Somebody said, "Who died?" It's like an obituary. Very fun to see. 6:30 here in Oregon. It was a beautiful day here today. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I don't know why my voice, my throat gets dry.
Because you talk a lot.
Well, I talk a lot. I cough a lot. That rhymes. Yeah, so just remember not to wish the negative to go away, because we actually do need it. But know how to balance it, how to know not to let the darkness take over. Helen, it's 1:28 a.m. here. I'm getting very cold. Oh dear. Pineapple. I decided to put healthy boundaries and just completely stop communicating with a negative person. Smart. Whom I thought was my friend, but would always bring up negative things others to say about me. Oh wow. I'm glad you finally broke ties with that person. Janet, my pastor preaches outside drive-in. Oh, that's good. I remember you saying that. But we're in the youth center, not the main building. Well, at least you're doing it, so that's a positive thing. Yeah, it's really hard to be around negative people because I don't know. I kind of have a sister like that she loves to talk about negative things.
Which one is it?
I'll tell you later. I think you can guess. But
yeah,
I remember being in a clogging class, and there was one girl that was negative. We can't learn any steps. We're going to mess up. And she would bring everybody down and you can mess everybody up, or you could go in and say, "Ooh, we're going to do so good." And you be the positive person, say, "We're going to win this thing. We're going to take them down." And Janet's saying hi to you.
Oh, hi.
And, yeah, and Grateful. Hi, Papa.
Hi, Grateful.
Which one? I knew he'd ask which one, he knows who it is. My mom she's laughing at you saying which one, which sister.
Oh.
But you have to be so careful not to let that negative take over, because darkness is very dark, but all you need is a little bit of light shining, and you think, oh, it's not so bad. Yeah, I grew up at the outhouse, and I remember I was scared to go out and go to the bathroom. I was about 5 years old, and my mom said, "Just go, it's not." And when I came back, I said, "Oh, it wasn't a fraidy dark or a scary dark. It was a nice dark." Pineapple. So I thought, if others are comfortable to talk negative about me to my friend, then she's probably is also talking negative about that. I know, that's true. I feel so much better now. I'm so proud of you, Pineapple. And love your lives so positive. Thank you so much, Janet. Helen, one bad apple can infect the whole bag. That's right. I always think the more poop you put on a rose, the more beautiful it grows. I think of that, and I'm getting a lot of negativity. Yeah, you don't want too much poop. Yeah, you can't stand in a pile of manure and wonder why it stinks. You go, "Why does it stink in here?" You say, "Well, you're standing in a pile of manure." Just a little bit of manure helps, just a little bit, but you don't want to drown the rose in the poop. And Helen's LOL. Yeah, and Pineapple LOL. Yeah, so and you can also how come it's not charging? And it is also possible to walk across the field and not step in manure. It's there. We don't have to step in it. And
try that one. Yeah.
We don't need to step in it and be wondering wondering why there's so much poop around and how come we are, why things stink so much, and that life does stink, but life is beautiful. It's full of wonderful things. And so just this week's going to be pretty bad, but it can be good. You can turn off the TV, you can turn off things, and just think, well, what would I do if I lived in the 1800s? What would I be doing right now? Helen, well, that's another way to look at it, but you can turn a negative into a positive. It's all about how you react to it. Yes, that reaction is so true, Helen. Pineapple, I want to find books for my children to teach them about positivity. Yeah, teach them about the negative and positive field in batteries and in the magnets, and how important they are. Pineapple, yes, Helen. That reaction, yeah. Um, charity. What is that? Charity is the pure love of Christ, and if we have charity in our hearts, look at how kids are, how quick they are to smile and to love and to hug, and they don't hold back. They just say, "Oh, I love you. You're beautiful."
Or how quickly they are to get into mischief.
That's true. Like God says, you cannot enter the kingdom unless you become as a little child. And what he means is as forgiving as a child, as loving as a child, as pure thinking as a child. Janet, depends how you look at life. John 10:10, I have come to give life more abundantly. Yeah, it's true. And look around and see who needs help. Start gathering coats for the homeless. Start finding where you can do service. Who needs help watching? Who needs a few hours away from a crying baby so that they can get a break? What service can you do? Service is the light in the darkness. Who needs help? Who's a caretaker that needs a little break from an Alzheimer person that she just needs to go out and take a walk or something. Who can I go on a walk with? Acts of kindness, yeah, one act of kindness, and those are all positive. Don't drown in this negativity this week. Don't drown in it. Turn on Lucy Ball. She'd get her little humor getting you laughing, or Andy Mayberry,
what about Donald Duck?
Donald Duck, Bugs Bunny
performing and
yeah, get old Bugs Bunny out, and poor Daffy Duck, he has that black cloud that follows him around. And Bugs Bunny, everything seems to be going good for him. But call up a family member that you haven't heard from for years, and hi, how you doing? Just want to say hi and let you know I love you, and then find somebody else you could send a card to, a positive note. Just want you to know I love you, or see what you can do to look for the good, or look for the rose.
or you don't want to say to an old person, "Oh, are you still alive?"
No, to find something positive. Find something positive. Say what? Put a note in somebody's mailbox. Just say, just want you to know I love you. You don't even need to say who it is. And just try and lift somebody up, and then at the end of the day you'll say, boy, I'm feeling pretty good today. Jana, I thought I missed you. I watched the 80s sitcoms of the Flintstones. I love that. We watched Little House. Those are all really good.
Highway to Heaven.
Children Don't Judge. Highway to Heaven is a good one. Helen Gay. Children don't judge. Yeah, us on how we look or what we own. They react. That's the why God says to become as a child. That's right, Helen. React to love and the time you invest in them. Nothing so sweet as my granddaughter saying, I love you, Grandma. Oh boy, and they put their little arm around your neck and squeeze you. They don't care if you are pretty or ugly or tall or short or fat or skinny or old or young. They just look at you and they say, I love you. That's right. They do not judge on what kind of house you have. Like when we die and go and meet God, and He gives us a big hug, does He care what house you had? He's just going to say, how did you treat others? Okay, it's getting time. Janet, my pastor says, no one judged the heart, but the track record. I like that. Yeah, and don't compare yourself to others.
No, I
If
like that. Plus,
I,
judge their fruits.
yeah, judge them by their fruit. By the fruit you shall know them, and don't be hard on yourself. We tend to judge. We tend to judge ourselves too harshly, and um, don't compare yourselves like you say, am I pretty or ugly? Say, well, it depends on who you're comparing yourself to. What do your kids think about you? Do they think you're pretty or ugly? They just love you. They don't even say, are you pretty or ugly? They don't. I say, I don't know. I just love you. What does that matter? What you look like? A child will just hug and kiss and love. And okay, Papa's giving me the clue to close up. And so thank you guys. That was a wonderful live. And I don't know if we'll be able to do a live next week because Jimmy Joe's in town. But we'll see. Aunt Jules, God tells us to fix our eyes on him. I like that. Eventually you're going to see what God is doing or what God has done for you. And you're going to be focused on him, that you will not be focused on anything else. I love that, Aunt Jules. Janet, typing better. Yes, Allison. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Teresa, good night. Lovely talking to you. Pineapple, have a great evening. You too. Great seeing you tonight. And thank you so much.
Don't forget to say your prayers tonight.
Say your prayers and tell God what you're thankful for.
And before you
good night, Pineapple.
before you
good
ask
night,
for everything,
Denise.
you have to thank Him for
God bless
more
you.
things than you asked for.
Yeah, for everything you ask for, God, thank Him for 10 more things. Teresa, God, good night, prayers and love. Thank you and good night. Remember to look for that rose. Good night, grateful.